Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Elma, New York for the BDSL Buffalo District Soccer League Division 4 Semifinals between Lazio and Dutch. Looks like the officials are getting ready to get out there to get this one started. And it should be a good one, as most playoff contests are. So it looks like Luke Mead will be ready to kick this one back to Captain Josh Kasalski. And we are underway. Playoffs back to Vulo as the wind kicks up on this sultry Sunday. It's been absolutely oppressive this week here in the Western New York area. I mean, when you think that in only a few weeks it's going to be American football season, and then a few weeks after that there's going to be some snow to enjoy every bit of this. But both of these teams, with doesn't look like too many substitutes on the bench, will be feeling the oppressive heat in the mid 80s here on this artificial turf pitch. Whistle outside here, can't see what it is before Bello kicks this one away. So thanks for joining us. I know, send the link around, what have you. We try to have as much fun as possible. Lazio won the Division 4 regular season crowd by virtue of a 9-1-1 regular season record. Now, Dutch was right on their heels with a 7-3-1 record, and in fact, on this pitch right here, Dutch gave Lazio their only blemish on the season with a 1-0 victory off a penalty kick, but they all count the same. At the end of the year, they don't ask you how, they just ask you how many. So first corner kick of the game goes to Dutch, swung in there and clears, kept in by Dutch, shot outside the box, put in and way wide. So as I'm sure you could hear with our low budget broadcast, the wind is starting to kick up, thankfully, and it looks like it's coming, at least from what the corner flags say, directly out of the southwest. So it's coming diagonally across the field, southwest to northeast. So any advantage is going to go to Lazio, well, going with the wind. We'll see if that calls into play. Weisgerker takes the goal kick, flicked on by Dutch into their own end. Intended Dutch player seemed to trip on the turf, and both of these teams trying to get their legs. Now, Dutch won their first playoff round, beating Bangarang, but Lazio had a week off by virtue of finishing first. I believe Lazio and Infinity had bye weeks, and we'll see how not playing in a week affects Lazio in both their stamina and technique. Jackson intercepts that one, and here comes Lazio. Lazio puts it in the Mead. He is on, puts it in a late offside flag. I thought it was offside right away, even though you can call me quite a bit of a homer. But Mead's trying to run that edge, and he's probably, 2 yards offside. So in the 4th minute here of this Division 4 semifinal 1. Tonight's paid attendance, I think, 4, not counting your humble announcer. After this game, I believe Meerkats and Infinity will take the second semifinal game. Looking forward to Championship Sunday next week. I believe all the games will be here at the hot dog place. Dutch has had the only penetrations into the offensive third so far, both just wide and one corner. So Weisgerker again will be taking the goal kicks, eschewed by Dickman. A nice ball to Kasalski. Just over his head. Just slapped ahead by Jackson. And Reed's onside this time. He's in by himself waiting for the bounce. But a good defensive play by Dutch. And they're going to give up the first corner to Lazio. And Lazio's been dangerous on these set pieces. Josh Kasalski, 8 goals, 2 assists this year. Quite a few of them have come off similar corners than this. Just a natural goal scorer. Frontier High School and Empire United product. Ball in, curving in the wind. Comes up, Kasalski tries to bike it. But that one's going to deflect harmlessly wide. So Lazio trying to hit Luke Mead on a couple balls there, but this bouncing turf shows no forgiveness. And again, we'll have to see. Looks like 3 players now on the bench for Dutch and 4 for Lazio. So we'll see how that plays out as this game in this heated conditions goes along. Intercepted by Jackson, tries to get it up to Kasalski. Just too far, and it's going to be cleared by the keeper. Nice touch by Dutch. They keep it in. Nice 1-2 combination. Thrown into the box. Just wide in front, and the mistake makes it 1-0. Defensive mistake. And Dutch goes up early. Just a terrible defensive mistake there by Lazio. And in the game's 7th minute, Dutch goes up 1-0. This looked like some communication on the cross, or miscommunication on defense, and potted in by Dutch, and they take advantage of the first mistake. See how Lazio responds to that. Lazio only given up 4 goals all regular season, and in the game's 7th minute, they give 1 away. Throw for Lazio. It's going to take some work on either side here. Throwing on the bounce, Kasalski right there. Kicks it in. And what a defensive play by Dutch on Kasalski. He was maybe a yard away from goal, and what a great defensive clearance. Hopefully it's not one of those days for Lazio. Weisgerker keeps it in and unwisely just fires that away for a goal kick. Well, no, taken by the Dutch keeper. And Dutch are right back. Now, Dutch is a good side here. I mean, many different incarnations of Dutch have recently played as high as Division 1, and for a long time, some of them part of that RVS group out of Lancaster, a long time BDSL participants. And Lazio, who like to play a little possession, have not had really that much time on the ball. And they're really not used to being behind in any games. So they were shut out in their regular season finale, a 0-0 tie. So goals really haven't come Lazio's way in the last couple weeks. And early on, Lazio does look like a team that has not played together in a couple weeks. And, you know, say what you will, Sunday league, bar league, sometimes getting a bye week isn't the best thing. I mean, you get a routine, you start running, you learn to keep yourself in shape with work and family and other responsibilities, and you have a week off, and especially with oppressive heat like this. So we'll see if Lazio can start stringing some things together, but they've given away another corner number 2 to Dutch. Up into the wind, swinging in, header. And cleared by Luke Mead. Shot. And as you can hear, and sorry about this, I'm trying to keep an umbrella to keep the camera from shutting off with the heat. so I'm not keeping up the play always, but the wind could be a factor. Now, Lazio has the wind, but it seems this crosswind has really affected both keepers and the defenders on which way to turn. Volo flicks it up to Kasalski. Kasalski dribbles back to Volo. Volo gives up possession and just unwisely sends it down to the Dutch keeper. You fight so hard to get the ball, and it's just kicking it long to nobody. I can understand some early frustration, but boys, you're only 8 minutes in. So nice punt against the wind. Won again by Dutch. Flick back. Volo, he's got that one. Gonna try to dribble. And again, throws it long. We'll see if, well, Dutch players, Lazio players have it. Trying to look. Jackson had 2 players open. Kasalski at the far post, and Mead right there just needed to slot it in, but try to be a tightrope walker and go 1v1. And I understand some coaches like creativity, but just go from the half space to that penalty kick box. You have 2 players for tap-ins. Good effort, execution probably not the best. Left-footed goal kick against the wind, very good down the field. Looks like Parker Lindsley gets it. Up to Volo. Volo looking for an outlet to Jackson. Jackson in the air again. Pushed up again by Mike, and here comes Kasalski. Can he chip the keeper? And he does! And it's 1-1. Josh Kasalski ties this game up. And folks, I was too busy watching it. I'm sure you didn't see it all. Kasalski showing some speed. Well, beats the defender up the middle on a great pass. I don't know who had that one. It just clinically finishes it, and we're all tied up at 1. And this wind is really starting to pick up here. I'm sure you can hear it, but some possession and a nice through ball to the half space. And stolen again by Lazio. And a great ball again by Kasalski to Mead. Mead shoots, shot right on. Lazio with a nice shot, but an even better save. Mead's had a bunch of chances this year. Weisgerker tries to head that one in there. It looks as if, I don't know where Gio Cambereri, what formation, kind of a 3-5-2 today. Where the usual center back, Weisgerker, has been moved up like almost an 8 or a 6. So folks, it has been a good one so far. A Dutch goal in the 7th minute has been answered in the 12th minute by Lazio, and we're tied at 1. One again by Lazio. Jackson has it. Looking for an opening. Slots it in. And offside. It was close, but the correct call. No need for VAR. And now the wind well in the 10 to 15 mile an hour range. Nice kick against the wind, which is buffeting my tripod. Mead with a little creative dipsy doodle gets it into, all right, we'll see. Back to Kasalski. Kasalski's got it and just tipped away. Lazio the last 5 minutes have been incredibly dangerous, and now they've got a corner kick. Their 3rd of the game, I believe. And Justin Volo, right-footed shot's going to take this one. He's going to try to curve it in with this wind. It's going to be dangerous just to begin with. So Volo has Lazio lined up to get the second ball driven, and he just sprayed that wide. Not an effective kick at all. But shot turned. I think that's Parker Lindsley who got the shot there. the aforementioned Lindsley gets that one. We're having a little trouble with the tripod here, folks. Let me see what I can do. Whoa. And we worried that would happen. Sorry about that, peeps. Low budget broadcast here. And we're 15 minutes. Yeah, no excuses, folks, but with this sun and wind, trying to do play-by-play with this, so I'm just gonna shut up for a while. Dutch get it back. Ball won by Wersgerker, tries to get it up to Kasalski. He can't win it. Played back to the defense. Vullo, as he'll often do, slide tackling. Mead just plays it right back. Nice ball. Play it up, and calmly, here come Lazio. Looks like a 4v4. Tried to get it through to Kasalski. Tipped away. Mead takes a ill-advised shot well wide. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Again, if you just joined us, Dutch scored in the 7th minute. Lazio, I believe, in the 11th. We're all tied at once. About 17 minutes here in this playoff semifinal. BDSL 4th Division. Goal kick again, good against this 15-mile-an-hour wind, but won by Parker Lindsay to Jackson. Puts the ball in. It looks like Kasalski is onside, but no, they're going to call offside. Didn't call it right away. And again, sorry if I'm behind the play here. With the sun directly in our eyes, I'm kind of flying blind here trying to follow the ball. No excuses. Hope you enjoyed still. Lazio in their traditional sky blue. Dutch in their traditional orange kits. Lazio going right to left on your iPhone, your iPad, or whatever streaming device you have. And here come Dutch. Ball just, I don't know if it was poked out, looked like a corner. Again, corner number 3 to Dutch. So you don't want to keep giving those away. Ball swung in, looks dangerous, bouncing in front, it's loose. Jackson tries to flick it away, but Dutch give chase. Out in the dangerous area, deflected once again, and Weisgerker just tries to knock it away, and with the wind and his clearance, better safe than sorry, goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Dutch throw at about midfield. Ball thrown in, uncontested by Dutch. Jackson has it, heads it. No one's there. Again, ball headed back to the keeper. Lazio chooses to drop off, throw out to the left back. Ball up the left-hand side. Intercepted, I believe, by Dufresne. No team, I don't think. Well, Mike is the first sub for Luke Mead. So I believe that's the first sub for either team. Perhaps Dutch just subbed a bit earlier. A little bit difficult to multitask. Back to Dufresne with a flick to Morgan. Morgan tries to dipsy doodle past his defensive counterpart, but it's taken by the Dutch midfield, who calmly sprayed out to the right back. Stolen by Mike. Mike has it, but dispossessed just as quickly. And back into the Dutch end. No pressure whatsoever. Volo content to let the Dutch player take the ball out to Niles Lindsley. Passed to Morgan, to Volo, and Volo could not find the three open men in front of him. Mike has it. Looks for Parker Lindsley. Puts a left-footed head down the field. Kosalski trying to put some pressure on the defense. Mike has it. Right back to Kosalski. And over and back offside call. Well, game settled down after an early start with 2 goals in the first 11 minutes. Both teams have had some possession in the middle of the pitch. Lazio had, for a brief moment, some really good offensive pressure, but now Dutch has had some, and the game has settled in to the middle of the pitch. Jackson to Kosalski, his pass intercepted. Not a nice one-touch passing here for a 4th division game. Lazio's back line, some of their midfielders still want to play that long game, circa early 2000s. But Volo gets it to Mike, and he's onside. Mike's got 1v1, waiting for some numbers. Tries to get it through, but his pass is intercepted. A lot of work. Mike, some creativity. He's got to be able to take that ball in himself. But again, it's hot outside, folks. It's easy for me to say up here on this rocky crag. Dickman clears it to safety, but it's intercepted by Dutch. Vulo again 1v1. Ball sprayed out of bounds. Or as like Hall & Oates would say, out of touch. All right, and they're calling at 22 and a half minutes a water break. So, well, we'll try to do a quick recap. 7 minutes in, and I didn't get the goal scorer from up here. But 7 minutes in, cross by Dutch was just bungled by the defense of Lazio. Ball popped around for a while. An errant clearance went right to the foot of the Dutch striker, who buried it behind Jim Dickman for a 1-0 lead. But just about 3 minutes and 20 seconds later, Lazio settled down in the midfield, and I believe that was Luke Mead or Weisgerker. Really hard to tell from this vantage point. Sent team leading goal scorer Josh Kosalski on a break, and then 1v1 with the keeper, potted it in, and that's where we stand at this water break. The temperature at game time, mid-80s, but I'm going to say, and with this field, it's mid-90s on this artificial pitch. The wind, thankfully coming out of the southwest, and as you could probably hear, over 10 to 12 miles an hour, is here, but as it crosses the field, and it's crossing diagonally from southwest to northeast, you can feel the heat blowing off the field. If you look, you know, those little heat lines that come off of pavement and asphalt, if you're live here, you can see the same thing too. So both of these teams with limited subs, it's going to be a war of attrition out there, as they say. Broadcasting cliche number 1. And we'll have to see, depending on what they're doing with these water breaks. Depends on who the center referee is. Sometimes they add the time, maybe in the first half, not in the second, or vice versa. Others, they use game time to take water breaks. And, you know, I'm not a big fan sometimes for this, but it's much needed today. We are in the Elma, New York area. I mean, Buffalo is blessed. We've never had a historic 100-degree day as many areas around the world and the country are having. Lake Erie helps us with cooling breezes. But we are on the former outskirts of farmland out here, just minutes from exclusive suburbia in the Buffalo area. And it's definitely warmer than it is near the lake where I came from. And the ball cleared. It's going to be a goal kick. Well, a few more people coming out later. 2 games going on. I really don't know who's the game on the far field, field number 1. But now we're up near about 20 people live. So friends and family turned in a little late. Nice stop by Kasalski, who puts it out. What a great ball. Run on, and Jackson 1v1 with the keeper. And he's pushed in the back, and he's going to say, play on. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of an embellishment. And that's been a problem for Lazio all year long. If Kasalski doesn't score, nobody scores. Jackson, great player in his own right, more of a setup kind of guy. But a goal like that, right into the half space, take that shot, looking for the foul, does not get it. Playing out the back short to the right back. Ball curving, sprayed out to midfield, but it's going to be out for a throw for Lazio. Lazio manager Giovanni Cambereri pensively looking on the sidelines. He puts his heart and soul in this game. And again, a long shot by Dutch, but it's going to go for a goal kick. But it looks as if the Dutch player is in a little bit of discomfort. He was tackled from behind by Parker Lindsley. And you hate to see this happen at any level. I mean, you don't want to see kids lose any games at youth level, but when it's Sunday league, most of these guys got to go to work at some time. And you hate to see any kind of injury happen. I don't think it was a rash challenge, maybe from the side, but still able to get the shot off. And as Lindsley continued through his defensive checking, maybe got a little clip on the Dutch player. A little goal kick intercepted by Dutch. And they're right back in as the wind blows over our tripod again. And here comes Lazio. And once again, offensive foul. Lazio's created a lot of chances. And, you know, I'm very surprised, and I get they have strong leg backs, but I'm very surprised with the pedigree of coaching and scouting that Cambereri has, that his team doesn't try to play it out the back a little bit more. Hey, but who am I to argue with 9-1-1? Ball flicked about the midfield. Again, Cambereri really built this Lazio team up from I believe a 7th place finish last year in the old 3rd division to win the first time ever up at the in the 4th division. Fortunately, not a automatic promotion for the 4th division level. They'd have to win out, and all these teams are gunning for everybody. But Cambereri, if you get a chance, go to LinkedIn, look at his resume. I mean, just to read his resume, it looks like the opening credits prologue of Star Wars. How many times you have to scroll on that thing? So to say he wants this game, to stamp a little bit of local Western New York soccer / football bravado, Cambreri, born in Rome, Italy. Family moved in the 70s to the Rochester area. A former youth player of Regina, at that time in Serie B, I believe, and blipped up for Serie A. And injuries, as many promising players, sidelined him. And he's probably one of the hardest working coaches in Western New York. Multiple youth organizations, coaches Holland High School, assistant coach for Niagara Community College, and another uncontested throw. Dutch gets it in dangerously, but the cross is taken by Lazio. And here it's good, he's onside. Oh, no, he's offside. I don't know about that one. You know, I'm a big pass first guy, but sometimes you need to be a bit more direct. So, quarter of an hour remaining here, allegedly, depending on what these officials add on, here in Elma, New York at the Hot Dog Palace on Seneca Street. Ball driven into the wind. And I'm sure that Lazio would like to get another goal with the aid of the wind, because it is really starting to pick up here. I mean, it's good for the crowd that's there. I don't know how good it is for the soccer being played. I mean, Salen's, it's a new pitch. I don't think this thing drains really well. And the ball bounces around. I know it's a multi-surface unit. Some players like it, but it's almost a super ball out there at times. Mead controls the throw on to Defray. Defray has it. He's doubled and over-dribbled, as is his custom. And now takes a foul. Tactical foul at midfield. So trying to quell the Dutch rush. And Dutch has played a really smart game. I mean, game probably a little slower pace than the first one, where Dutch were 1-0 victors. But they've really had some good defensive plays that, and a yellow card, I believe, to Jackson. And that was a little rough there. He's lucky with just a yellow. Tries to implore his case to the center official, but I don't think he's changing anyone's mind here. So free kick into a gusty wind. Probably about 45 yards out, but this is Division 4. Anything can happen, as viewers of this channel know. Ball, two-step approach, held up in the wind and won by Vulo. He can't clear it. Jackson's back, just tries to clear it up. Chested by Kasalski. Kasalski dispossessed. Ball out, and huge numbers in favor of Dutch. Out wide to the right back, who's up, inverted. A two-handed push and a swing and a miss by the Dutch forward. But the Lazio defense has kind of been hung out to dry. It looks like the sky blue midfield's a little tired on this warm day. And as soon as Mike came out, he goes back in. Cambreri, cool as a cucumber, slapping him up. Ball taken by Dickman, who bobbles it, recovers. The ageless veteran, James Dickman, puts up a punt intended for Mead. It's going to bounce into the corner for a Dutch throw. Quickly taken in. Kasalski trying to put a little pressure. As he does, ball sprayed out. Dutch gets possession. Out. Gonna be a throw-in for Lazio. Thought there might be a foul on Mike. Another tackle from behind. Weisgerker, athletic throw into Kosalski, who tries to shield. But with his soccer IQ, his acumen, Savali gets a corner, the fourth corner for Lazio. Last time Vullo took this one, ineffective, just sprayed it out outside the 18. He's trying to curve this in. He's got a pretty strong wind. I'm going to say about 15 miles an hour in the southwest. If he can try to curve this one into the danger area, while in, blasted into the mixer. Nice clearance by the Dutch keeper. Ball taken outside. Ball put into the box and just headed wide. Nice ball on the outside there. Morgan had it at the top of his head, but it just cleared wide, and that would have been a highlight reel. You know, the BDSL Jack Grealish, if he's watching there, he knows what I think of crosses. Ill-advised. Even in the Premiership, only 1.6 goals actually are scored. So it's 1 out of 64 attempts by the best athletes on the world go in. So our Sunday league or youth players, I mean, it looks great. I always say it. Crosses are 1% of the goals and 100% of the highlights. So allegedly we're under about 9 minutes remaining here in the first half of this first semifinal, Division 4. Ball blasted, flicked up by Morgan. Weisgerker can't settle it, and it's taken by Dutch. And here comes Dutch. Play on. Morgan wins this one. Up to Mike, to Meader. Mead's got it. Looking, tries to get it to Kosalski. He's not going to win the race that time, but does win the ball. And again, just thrown out in desperation, kicked out. And Lazio putting some pressure in with about 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Weisgerker, consummate athlete, perhaps a little diminutive in nature, but I'd give anything for that kid's heart. Mead plays it in. Well, back to Morgan. Morgan to Vullo. Vullo has it. Gets it into Kosalski. Kosalski's got a step, trying to push, looks it back, and gives it up. I think it was intended by Vullo, but looks as if Kosalski was raked by the defense on the back of the calf, and that pass didn't go exactly where he wanted it. Big win, but Moore can't get it back. What a battle there between the Dutch and Lazio player. Morgan has it, and there's been quite a few. It's getting a little chippy out there. It looks as like Stefan Diggs is over there working on his hand movements like he did on Friday with that 33,000 spectator crowd to see a Bills practice. So it looks like Weisgerker is going to take this one. Now, most of you would not think that this is a dangerous area, but Weisgerker scored from longer than this at the same Salins complex on field 1. So we're about 45, 46 yards away from the net. It's a tough win. So if he puts that up there, Weisgerker puts it up. One bounce over his head. Oh, nearly over his head, but a great athletic play by the keeper of Dutch. I don't know. I mean, that was a great catch by the Dutch keeper. He had the sun to fight, the wind to fight. A ball knuckling in there and two Lazio forwards. So that was Stefan Diggs worthy, absolutely. Now see if Kosalski gives chase again, and anytime there seems to be a bit of pressure, either team will just try to spray that out. Again, that's what led to the first Dutch goal, a miscommunication with the Lazio defense. And again, even though this wind is pretty strong, I mean, you can feel the heat coming off of the plastic pitch here on Seneca Street in Elma. Ball taken there and cleared out, and here come Dutch. Ball played back and sprayed out again. Wynn's going to keep that one, and won by Dutch. Midfield's getting to be a congested place. Nice one-touch combination. Cleared by Parker Lindsley. And Dutch trying to make a late half rush. Almost dispossessed, but they get it back and they'll calmly move it around. Thrown back in, but stolen just as quickly by Vulo. And again, tries to get it up. Lazio, almost like a basketball point guard, tries to hold it up. Ball out through to Mike. Can he get to it? Longer ball, and he's not going to get there. Good thought there. But with under 5 minutes remaining and a pretty equal, on the scoreboard and on the field of play, statistic-wise, between Lazio and Dutch. And they are each team trying to get a head up here. So it's going to be a foul on Lazio. Lazio would probably like to get another goal or a marker with the wind technically behind them. It's more of a diagonal across the field. And just as I say that, for the first time, I think it's actually calmed down a bit. Dutch in no hurry to get this one off. If they can get to halftime and in this hot weather, 1-1, I mean, of course they would like to get it, but there is no alacrity out on this field whatsoever. These are some hot, tired guys out there. Another left-footed kick down the field. Lindsley gets up to Vulo. Vulo makes his man miss, and here they come. They've got numbers. Sprayed out to Morgan. Morgan has it. Looking for a man, dribbles one too many times out to Vulo. They lose it, and all the numbers are up. Dutch, if they can get up here, they can make something happen, but Vulo gets back. But just as quickly, Dutch has it again. Ball over the top and sprayed wide into the cornfield or field of weeds. And it'll be a goal kick for Lazio. Lindsley taking a sip of water offered by Dickman. He'll take his time. Places a hopefully recyclable container. And driven to Kasalski, who flicks it up to Morgan to himself. And while I'm watching that, a nice play happens that I didn't get on camera. Morgan has it, shot right on, fumbled by the Lazio keeper, and I'll leave about 2 minutes remaining. Not the best shot by Morgan there, but a good interplay gets it up. Lindsley wins it in the middle, and I don't know if the players are confused, but with two games side by side, sometimes you can't tell where the whistle's going to. And the old adage, another sports cliche, you have to play to the whistle. Well, sometimes here you have to play till after the whistle, because you don't actually know here at the Hot Dog Palace if that whistle was actually intended for your match. I think that Niles Lindsley just flicks it up, tries to get it to Morgan. Nice one-touch pass right in. Oh, tried to be cheeky, didn't have to be. Morgan tried to be cheeky and flick that onto Mike, but maybe a little technical play would have sent him off. Lazio had numbers 4-on-2. And sometimes you'll see players try to play the Tecker route and right over the top. Nice play by Lindsley. That's Niles. Let's see if, with about 40 seconds left, if Lazio can do anything. Ball over the top, and he's onside! Oh, taken back. And nowhere near. Oh, wow. Good ball in there, and just, I mean, some players are techers, some players are scorers. I remember one of the best coaches in the Buffalo area at the time from Wales, Lee Rice, once said, you know, I love the techers. I love the guys who can dribble or juggle forever to keep you uppy. He goes back, but he said, where I come from, those guys don't play. They entertain the crowd at halftime. So, at the end of one half of play here at the Hot Dog Palace in BDSL Division 4 playoff semifinal action, the score is Dutch 1, Lazio 1. Dutch got on the board 7 minutes in. Lazio answered on a Josh Kasalski goal, and that's where we're going to be. So we'll see how long the officials get for halftime. So go grab a beverage of choice. You're going to need it on a day like today. And we will be back in a few minutes right here on YouTube. Hope you enjoy it. Well, it looks like neither team wanted a rest at halftime. After about 2 minutes, Lazio came right back out onto the pitch, and maybe perhaps a little older, wiser Dutch team decided to stay for a while. But looks like the officiating crew got them to come back on the field. Again, if you just joined us, it is a hot one here in the Buffalo, New York area. Game had kickoff at 4 p.m. Eastern. It was 85 degrees, but the on-field thermometer said it was about 98 degrees on the pitch. And as you can probably hear, we have a pretty strong breeze coming out of the southwest that has affected gameplay a little bit. But even the field being so hot, you could actually feel as the wind goes diagonally across the field how hot the pitch is. So I can't imagine staying on the how standing on the field is. So it looks as if Lazio will be now going in their orange and white kits right to left on your iPad, iPhone, Kindle, big screen TV, what have you. And it looks as if the center referee has forgotten that Lazio kicked off in the first half, and he's letting them kick off in the second half. So, what have you. All right, and we're right back. So, 45 minutes, perhaps, or more. Both teams with their eyes on Championship Sunday. Lazio again in their sky blue and white kits going left to right. Dufresne has it. Back to Niles Lindsley. He's going to try to spray it over to his brother Parker. Parker tries to get it into Kasalski, and he does, but I'm behind the play. Kasalski, and looks as if Cambraries is, tell them to take their time, and as they do, Volo, as he will usually do, blast it down with the obligatory "my bad," few unluckies chanted around the field. So throw, not too bad for throw in deep in the Dutch end. Throw-in coach. I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous, but statistics were done NCAA Division I last year and showed over 70% of throw-ins were given back to the other team. So you're actually losing possession. Ball punched away by Dickman, right out in front and over the top of the goal for a goal kick. So Dutch with some pressure. Just joined us. Dutch struck quickly. 7th minute. A defensive miscue by Lazio ended in the back of Dickman. Only 5th goal he's given up all campaign. But then 3 minutes and 20 seconds later, Josh Kasalski, as he often does, adds, and here comes Dufresne in, back, and ball just missed by Morgan. And just what I was going to say. If Kasalski doesn't score, Lazio really doesn't score. They lost their 2 other scorers in the transfer window, and we're hoping for another scorer, but as will happen in Sunday League, job commitments and other things happening, he couldn't be part of the team, and Kasalski doesn't bang one in. He hasn't had too much help. Looking for help now to Jackson. Jackson has it. Out to Dufresne. Dufresne in a dangerous area puts it in, and after all that, it's a goal kick. I tell you, a lot of foot skills on Lazio. A lot of techers, not a lot of scorers. And you play a team like the Meerkats or Infinity. I mean, Infinity is a really good team. Meerkats is shown by their Matthews Cup run. It's just a great team at this level, loaded with players who played D1 and Premier and the championship level. I love that soccer IQ, though. Ball flicked on, and sorry about that, folks. It was offside. Good call. That AR on the far side, I do not know who it is, but Andy Evenhouse, if you're grading out there, great. I don't know how many BDSL fans are out there, but I want to give thumbs up to the whole BDSL organization. First of all, another great season, but the new cup competition they had with the Teal Cup for the first 2 divisions, the Wood Cup for the middle 2, and the new Matthews Cup in honor of Ian Matthews, one of our personal favorite ex-officials, Brummy, who emigrated here to the United States. To see the Meerkats just have a great run, it just shows you how good this league is top to bottom any given day. And here comes Dutch. Dufresne has it. Dangerous right back. Long pass taken by Vulo out to Mead. Mead tries to spray it, and he's found a man who is onside, but just going to fly to the keeper, who wisely knocks it out. Thrown for Lazio. 7 minutes in. A stalemated second half. Header. Kasalski gets it in. Dangerous play for Lazio. Step over. Ball through. A nice save. Maybe a shot would have been better there. Was that Kasalski? It was. Morgan. Out to Jackson. Taken by Dufresne. With the rollover. Step over. And the turnover. How did I not hit Mega Millions? How did I not hit Mega Millions? Here come Lazio. Mead has it. The Canisius high school product gets it out. Taken by Jackson in a dangerous area. Puts it in front, but nobody's there. Great opportunity for Lazio from the half space. Jackson looked, but there was nary a player in the money zone. Hopefully Lazio does not rue that chance. Weisgerker, Justin back in. He's going to take out Morgan. And Weisgerker, dangerous on any area of the field. All year long, he's been a center back. It looks as if Canberra has moved him up to an attacking type of midfielder today. Dufresne going to try to throw this one in on the edge of the 18. Sends it into Jackson. Jackson has it. Over to Vullo, just sprays a foot at it. Dufresne will try to get it. Back out to Weisgerker. Weisgerker feed into Jackson. And it's going to be a orange throw, towed out by one of the sky blue clad Lazio players. Throwing again deep in their own end. And again, sports cliche number 3 or 4 or 4,000. Going to try to lock him in. Throw in. Uncontested, won by Dutch. Gets it back, trying to work in a dangerous area. Taken by Parker Lindsley. Bad bounce off the turf. He is dispossessed. And a long shot, and that one is just wide. Oh, wow. Dickman was far off his line at a 60-yard shot. I think the hand of, or the wind of, whatever deity you profess to, pushed that one just to the right of Dickman, to the left of the, and the rest were being held, and there's the ball given away again by Lazio. Multiple turnovers. And now Dutch turns it over, but as soon as Jackson gives it, he gives it right back. And poor first touch taken by Dufresne as the camera's knocked over by the wind, and he can't control it, as our broadcast area is just getting buffeted by the wind. Sorry about that. Don't pretend to be professional, just trying to get out there for a few footy fans on a Sunday. Dufresne again, over dribbles, dispossessed, and Dutch comes back. Here comes Dutch, looking for the open man. Plays it back to the attacking midfielder, but it's going to be cut off. Ball wisely headed by Niles back to Dickman, but as you can probably hear, this wind is really coming out. Dickman tries to pull it out, and that ball just hit a wall of wind. Jackson 1v1, he can't keep it in. Has the ball on this rock hard, only a few year turf, a year old turf here, but ball, as it will on some of these plastic pitches, bounces all over the place. So over 10 minutes gone in a stalemated second half. The winner advances. Nice throw-in, and a big difference here. Dutch is probably on 80-85% of their throw-ins. I'm going to say maybe 40% for Lazio. And again, uncontested, open man gets the ball, and ball almost right through. That was a great ball, and unable to, unfortunately for Dutch, unable to connect. Ball taken out to the middle and just sprayed back again by Dutch, and Parker Lindsley will put it up. Vullo lets it go past him. Parker lets it run back. It's going to Dickman, and Dickman's been putting it out, but I mean, there you go. I was going to say maybe roll it out to Weisgerker, because Dickman's punts against this gale force wind not doing well, but again, dispossessed, and Dutch have really taken it to the last couple minutes, but Meter tried to scoop it up, alley-oop, a little dinky over to Kasalski, really the only offensive threat. And here come Dutch, and as you can hear on the other field, someone scored. I don't know who it was. And this game has slowed down to really a snail's pace, with Morgan gets it up to Vullo. Vullo, one touch, and Kasalski's got one. No. Oh, wow. I don't know about that one, folks. That was a close one, but the officials today, as all year long, have been spot on. So we play on. Big kick intercepted by me. Nice touch there by Kasalski, but he's dispossessed. Ball taken by Mead. Vullo just sprays it up. And it goes, again, little coaching stuff. I've always been of the adage, the quicker the ball goes down, most of the time the quicker it comes back. And whether it be a clearance, and I get the desperation, and you don't want the bungle that happened in the first 7 minutes of the game for Lazio, but have a little thought on that ball. Now Lindsley is going to try to kick this one into the gale force wind. Ball again, one by Dutch in the middle, and they're winning the battle in the middle, the ball on the ground, but again, another flick on, taken by Dutch. And Dutch possession, probably about 65% the first 10 minutes or so of the second half. And they've got it again. Ball on dangerously to the edge. Kicked wide. Both teams have had opportunities to score more goals as we hit the 1 hour mark, but neither of them have been able to find the back of the net. So, as they say, and again, sports cliche, what is that, 5 or 6? Next goal is going to be very important for either team. And both teams have been equally dangerous. I'm going to say Dutch a little bit more here in the second half. Left-footed kick. Lindsley held up in the wind. Taken on the left-hand side. Lazio battling, but again, stolen. And now Morgan has it, looking for an open player. Gets it wisely back to Weisgerker. And to Jackson. First touch is a big one. Takes himself out of trouble. Back on the ground to Meter. Nice pass. And ball, there it goes. To the wing, but pulls it back once again. Nice clearance. Taken by Mead. Again, dispossessed. And Lazio, their own worst enemy. With only one true finisher on the team, anybody who gets the ball, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's a personal lack of confidence, but they pull the ball back, wait for a pat, and Dickman could have picked that one up, but he quickly tries to get some transition. Vullo again loses it, and here come Dutch, who have really put the pressure on these first 11 minutes or so. Vullo knocked to the ground, means he's usually going to do us out of position. Side call there. So Weisgerker's going to take it. So water given again from Dickman to Parker Lindsley. even though despite these high temperatures, Cambereri manager is really shortened the bench for Lazio. So Lazio going against this wind's going to have Weisgerker take the kick, and they've been unwilling or unable to play it out of the back, but Dutch is just, with the wind behind it, they've just been winning every ball in the middle. And when Lazio does get down the field, they can't finish. Volo wins this one nicely. Out to Kasowski, who switched from left to right wing. Tries to play it into Jackson, and the one touch just rocketed out of bounds. Things are getting tired out here. We're over an hour in this game. Not a lot of substitutions for Lazio. Both teams have had their chances. Some great defense by Dutch, some great goaltending by the Dutch. Smart soccer on. But Jackson punches it out there, and again, it seems Lazio's a little bit tired. They're not contesting those balls that are just given away. Niles Lindsay gives it away, but he'll get it back. Motor always running. Getting out, I believe that's Morgan. At right back, tries to get it in. Ball played to Volo. Volo screams for the ball, but unable to handle it. Toes it to the keeper for a punt. Simple balls. Keep it on the ground. Lindsay unable to corral that one. He stumbled, but the left-footed shot just wide as we enter the game's 65th minute. Well, some creativity handed up on the field. We'll see what happens here. Looks as if there's some tiredness on both sides. This game is really, it's going to be a mistake that leads to a goal on either side here. I don't think any of these teams want to go to extra time. Truthfully, I don't know what the extra time rules are here. How long we're playing, I'm pretty sure it's golden goal, but we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. And again, another one throw in, but Mike gets in there and wins the ball back again for Lazio, who are playing 4 back, and really their midfield's now been really disconnected from their forwards, and Mead just sprays that one. No need for desperation. They've been able to get the ball through, but Dutch has been there. And here we go. Big break here for, what a save. Great save by Dutch there. Could have been a disaster. But again, as we talked about, not many finishers here for Lazio, and they had their chances there. So that's been 2 or 3 big saves by the Dutch keeper. And now here comes Dutch. And they're in one end to the other, and offside call. Yeah, there were 3 guys offside there. I was waiting for the flag, but it happens. And you can see Lazio getting very tired out there, having a hard time getting back. They've had their chances. They just can't put them in. Volo now going to take this one. For a free kick, he's got a strong leg. Ball taken down the field, flicked on by Mead. Connor had a chance for that one as it's brought to the midfield, but Dutch win it again. Calmly, going to go back the other way. Lindsley missed that one, but it's going to be taken by Morgan. Morgan has it, tries a little dipsy doodle. He falls, but Dutch with a little 1-2 passing quite nicely. Get the ball back again. Volo, 1v1. Tries to knock it out of bounds. He wins that one. And Volo calls himself off the field. It's getting hot. I don't know really how these guys are doing it on either side. And, I'm looking at the pace of the game on field 1. The same amount of subs as, Sunday league will happen. There's family events and there's weddings and vacations. So the benches are small, even here, considering it's the playoffs. Mead 1v1 with the keeper and just kicked away. So both defenses, better safe than sorry. When in doubt, that old adage, kick it out, as the wind continues to buffet. The difference, obviously, today, I mean, keeping this, has been the keeper of Dutch, who just been stellar. That's a goal kick. And looks as if the center referee is calling for another hydration break. So we'll take one too. Well, both teams, the center referee gave a hydration break in the first half and no added time whatsoever. So we'll have to see how, if anything at all, is added on. As you may have heard earlier, I mean, it was 85 when this game started. I don't think the thermometer has dipped a bit. On the field measurement said 98. I don't know how that works, but, and I could tell you, I mean, you could see heat just rising off the plastic pitch, and you can feel it when the southwest breeze comes across, which seems to have subsided just a little bit. You might be able to pick it up on this condenser microphone. Scoring so far, Dutch scored early. Defensive miscue by Lazio inside the penalty area. Poor clearance, landed right on the foot of the Dutch player. I'm sure we'll find out later. And he put that in behind Jim Dickman. Only the 5th goal all year that has been scored on Lazio. But then 3 minutes and 20 seconds later, nice through ball to Kasalski, who put it behind the stellar Dutch keeper. We got the score at 1-1, and for the last 59 minutes, it's been a stalemate. After halftime, Dutch really took it to Lazio, who were able to quell it for a while, but the game has really slowed down. 4 substitutes on the Dutch side. It looks like 4 substitutes on the Lazio side, but I think Coach Cambereri only using 2, and you could see the heat. Some of the players who rarely substitute are coming off now. So less than 20 minutes left in regulation time. Kick taken, flicked on. Weisgerker tries to put it in. Luke Meek couldn't get it. So Weiser tried a quick counter, and it does seem as if the wind has really subsided. Where's Gerker? Tries to go up for a header, as Dickman will protect that one and let it go out. So 72nd minute, 1-1. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you're tuning in and out, leave a comment if it's nice. Oh, another goal scored on the other field. Don't know who's playing there, so the team wearing white, so if you're watching at home, can help us out. Weisgerker gets under that one. Won again by Dutch. Dutch send it right back. Ball put in the middle. Dickman's going to have to run for that. He gets it. Tries to get up to Connor, I believe. Connor tries to get it up to Mead. Played back to the keeper and definitely puts it back to the right back of Dutch. Very unlike Coach Cambereri to play for the long ball, especially on a team. I mean, they're not barn burners. They don't have a scorer like that. How they want to do, I mean, Kosalski's their target forward, but there's been a little bit of desperation on both sides. Jackson has that one on the left flank. Gets it out to Connor. Tries to put it in, deflected, taken by the Dutch keeper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on 4. And an ill-advised cross comes in. And now with 7 players up, Dutch comes right back, but Dufresne is Johnny, a.k.a. Dufresne, on the spot. Vullo tries to kick it out, and Vullo is just spent. The kid gives everything out there. He's a physical presence, and you can just tell this heat's starting to get to him, as many of the players. I don't know who's fit enough in this league at all times to take on this heat. It's not as humid as it was yesterday, but the heat and with this artificial surface, it's just blatantly oppressive. Weisgerker again up the middle. Dutch has won mostly all of them. They get the first head of it, nobody knows where it is, and they win it again. But taken by taken to Connor. There was an injury on the Dutch player down. Got tangled up. I didn't see what happened. I was following the ball. Some of the good sports were saying to kick it out right away. Others were like, we're going to play on Championship Sunday. And now others are asking the official what happened. Sorting that out. I don't know what happened on that one. Got tangled up. I'm sure with the level of physicality, something happened there. So now the center official is going to be playing it back to the Dutch keeper, who's having a tremendous match. Nice left-footed launch with this win. Weisgerker, one touch out of the air, gets it to Mead. Luke Mead tries to get it up to Kosalski. Kosalski can't run onto it, but the Dutch defense just knock it out. And with the throw-in success rate of Lazio, why not? You're going to get the ball back. Kosalski, target forward, tries to body up. He's got some space, looking to get it right there in the middle. Ball bandied about, and now 2 players are down. It looks like Kosalski and a Dutch player. I don't know if that was Dufresne. I think it was Dufresne. I would have taken a toe poke at the net, but folks, it's getting physical out here. I mean, the guys are tired. It's inordinately hot. Less than 14 minutes now with Championship Sunday on the line. Dutch finished 4th place in the regular season. 7-3-1 regular season record. Lazio 9-1-1. Only blemish was this Dutch team on this field. Penalty kick in the first half sealed the fate, and they'd like to do the similar thing here to Lazio. Lazio, regular season crown, they like to go for the double. For those guys who want to come out and watch some fun soccer, we got Meerkats and Infinity right after. And Dutch putting on some pressure. Dickman will pick it up. Takes it out to Mead. Mead gets it up to Kosalski. One touch back to Mead down the left-hand side. Lazio have had imagination, but they have not been able to finish except for that Kasalski marker in the 11th. Mead into Kasalski. Kasalski, as he has for years, going to try to turn, get back out to Vulo. Vulo is going to take it, and you could have bet on that happening. Why play it? So I'm going to kick a 45-yarder against a gale force wind when you had 4 guys waiting for passes. That's what we talk about soccer IQ, folks. It's going to be a throw-in for Lazio. And now an illegal throw in adult league. Ball thrown in, no pressure at all on Dutch, and everyone is just tired here. Ball going down the field, no one even chases it. It's going to be a throw-in for Lazio. Lazio, it's Weisgerker to Niles Lindsley. We're in the 79th minute. Lindsay plays it out to his defensive mate. Ball in, again, stolen by Dutch. Back again, nice one-touch passing. And here come Dutch. This looks dangerous. Dufresne wins it back. Cuts it back again. The ball knocked out by Dutch. A lot of techers over here. A lot of masters of the step over, roll over, turnover, while open teammates are waiting. Ball won again by Dutch. A given away throw in once more. And here they come. Oh, great play by Volo to get back. He'll spray it out. And no one for Lazio able to put any pressure on Dutch. And they're basically doing what they want with this ball here. And here they come. Nice defensive play. I think that's Niles Lindsley. Uh-oh. Weisgerker looks like this could be a costly injury. Weisgerker landed awkwardly. Weisgerker tried to lunge for that ball. Landed awkwardly. And either it's a cramp or he rolled the ankle, because you're very rarely going to get a player with the ilk of Justin Weisgerker to ever come off a field. And frankly, I'm surprised more players aren't cramping up here. So whatever electrolytes Dutch were drinking at their team soiree last night have been working to fend off lactic acid and other muscle buildups, I guess. Sunday league games are not immune to bouts of reverse peristalsis, and that's not good. Weisgerker he can't even put weight on that. He's trying to get off the field, and that's a big loss for Lazio. 9 minutes remaining, and Weisgerker is in extreme duress. Throw in again, and Lazio has score. And unfortunately, Weisgerker goes off the field, and Dutch with a 45-yard strike, and that doesn't bode well for Lazio. And again, Lazio, all game long, the throw-in's been going back to the left back. Just let him play all alone. Ball comes in, uncontested strike, and we'll see if Lazio can answer again. Only gave up 4 goals all year. They've given up 2 today. See how much fight they have left in the last 8 minutes. Nice ball by Dutch. Looks like another Lazio player is down. And doesn't bode well. I think it might be Connor. I can't tell. Goal in the 82nd minute gives Dutch a 2-1 lead, and they are 6 minutes or so away from Championship Sunday. Less than 5 minutes remaining in regulation time. Let's see if Lazio can answer this feisty Dutch squad who have their number this year. Congratulations to Lazio on winning the regular season crown, but playoffs are another story nonetheless. No. Parker Lindsay, perhaps a season-saving defensive play. Here they come, and as soon as it goes back down, Dutch sends it right back. Ugh. 3.5, perhaps remaining in Lazio's dream season, which today has turned into a nightmare. Ball flicked on. Mike takes it. Shot just wide. Three minutes. Dutch has been winning the game of soccer IQ today. Let's see what they do for the remaining 3 minutes. Again, one in the middle. Flicked on. Niles Lindsay gets back. Taken by Mike. Up to Ben. Ben has it, but another great defensive play. Dutch just a wall, content to let Lazio throw balls in that are quickly turned over to the other side. Ben. Taken, here comes Mike. Ball played on the ground. And it's going to be given back to touch. To Dutch. Thought the ball was out of touch, but not. And injuries have mounted, and about a minute and a half left. Well, it looks as if there are 3 minutes of stoppage time going to be added. If I heard correctly from the center, 3 minutes perhaps. So, a dangerous free kick. Dutch in no hurry to get this one off. And another goal in, and that's going to do it. Dutch is going to head to Championship Sunday. After Lazio had given up only 4 goals the entire campaign, they give up 3 today, including 2 in the last 5 minutes. And give all kudos to Dutch. They played a better game physically, a better game technically, and most of all, soccer IQ. Well, as wanted to happen to some of these players on this squad, the wheels have emotionally come off. I'm sure there'll be a lot of blaming of officials, but that had nothing to do with it. Dutch won this game fair and square, outright. They just played a better soccer game today. Better soccer match. It was awesome. Give them credit. Lazio has plagued them all year. I mean, defensively, they almost equaled their season output at goals against today, but if Gasalski doesn't score, Lazio doesn't score. So Dutch about a minute and a half away from Championship Sunday to play the winner of the Infinity Meerkats contest that's right after this one. And no, I will not be staying to live stream that one. Going home for dinner. And that's it. Lazio season upset. Well, I wouldn't call it an upset. Dutch had their number. And then that's it. So your final on semifinal Sunday, JL Dutch 3, Lazio 1, and then Dutch goes on to play the winner of the Infinity Meerkats game. Lazio goes home. Season's over. great job to Lazio winning the regular season crowd, but injuries, and they just ran out of gas, and Dutch game to play today. So that'll do it. Thanks for tuning in.